Hello. Today I am talking about a new topic. Uh, as this topic is popular in outside countries, especially in US and UK side. In Bangladesh, uh, this is not available right now, but in USA, this is very common for any kind of business, small and large, every kind of business they are doing this system. uh, so today's topic is factoring invoicing. Uh, Factoring in basic terms actually is uh, unknown in our country, especially in Bangladesh. That's why someone is not familiar with this topic, but in USA uh, they're very uh, common. They are very available uh, for most of the business. So today I am clear about what is factoring, how it's working, how it's work, and I'm gonna show you how to uh, do this factoring system in QuickBooks. I have a client and he has factoring issues. He has lots of factoring uh, invoices, and he came to me and uh, he came to me and he came to me and he is very uh, like, confused about this factoring issue, how to manage and he don't manage perfectly this topic in his QuickBook. So that's why he hired me, and uh, we already finished this factoring invoicing issues. So today I am going also showing how do I manage uh, how do I manage this factoring invoicing process in QuickBook. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the what is factoring invoice. Factoring invoice means if a company mm, he has a customer or specific customer or lots of customer, but uh, so he may purchase his product or services, but uh, invoice is due date or 1 month, 2 month, or long days. But in this case, when he need emergency uh, money, his money, he want to take all his receivable as early as possible. He need all receivable. In this case, in USA, some country, some uh, company like some um, some financial organization or specialist or also sometimes bank also do this factoring invoicing process. So how it's work? So if suppose our clients have a customer, um, a special customer every day, every year, he purchase product or service from his company. So when he need emergency money, he contract a financial organization or a bank, that his bank and a client make an agreement. This agreement shows uh, client paid client this agreement actually client parts sell his all invoices to his uh, financial organization or bank, and he is liable or responsible for receive the money from the customer for client customers. In this case, he paid his invoices amount. Bank or financial relation paid his uh, receivable amount to client. So this is the agreement. He paid when he need. Bank or financial paid to client whenever he need. But after that, uh, his bank or organization fully responsible for uh, uh, ta- take this receivable money from his customer. My client is not no longer responsible for this receivable amount. But uh, in this agreement, there are some conditions like uh, factoring company. There are um, some ways conditions like they give advance money 80%, he reserve 20%. Then he also uh, uh, take a charge for this factoring for this factoring process. Also, there are some insurance premium expense. You also paid this insurance premium. That's why this factoring company reserve some money. And then he, from total invoices amount, he reserved 20%, 80% sent to the client bank. And whenever this factoring company receive full amount from this customer, um, finally they end of this agreement, they take the full money to the client. That they deducted some expenses, some fees uh, among this amount. So let's go. I am showing how to manage in QuickBooks this factoring process. Okay. So client is send me some documents like this is uh, his receivable invoices, all receivable invoices. Among these, there are some most of are factored invoices. So some are not factoring invoices. This is direct with them direct customer. So also and also provide a factoring invoices list. Suppose this is the Southern Bank company. This is the factoring company, and outsider. This is my client. So they, they between this company have an agreement about factoring invoices. So they list give me a list of which invoices are factoring under the agreement. Okay, so let's go how to manage in QuickBook this factoring invoices process. So for factoring for this process, we need to create some chart of account. So if I go to chart of account, okay, say this is bank connected. Okay, so chart of account. Then I create a income account is very common. This is not main factor, but actually for factoring there are some need to create some sort of accounts, but in client book we don't use any extra account. For fees I am use commission and fees. For income I use default income chart of account. So this is the chart of, yeah, this if you can also make new chart of account, but if client no client give instruction no need to create any chart of account, the no that's why you can use default chart of account. So I'm going to also make going to show how to make a invoices. Okay, so let's go invoices. Okay, so this is how uh, invoice created for this factoring process. So let's look at this invoice. Name is st Unish. This posted date and invoice date, and also total invoice amount is 81,224.4 224.0. And so you see their advance rate is 80%. So the Southern Bank Company pay the hard side at 80% among this amount, and so the advance amount will be 64, and he reserved 20% uh, money. So among this amount he deducted uh, 1250 expense, and also he received additional 10,000. Maybe among these 10,000 he uh, have some uh, other expenses. So we can also clear how he may reserve extra 10,000. Okay, so in QuickBook this is basic fill up. So in QuickBook this is hard cam income. uh, in under the product we make this product as a income, and this is 10,000 into quantity 8. This is 81.09. Okay, and this is shipping income 128. So B2 plus 81 plus 128, it's equal to 81.224. And the for so the factoring fees is 1250. So this is the factoring fees. This expense is considered as factoring fees. And look, there 20% required reserve. So this is 80% the Southern Bank pay to the Hudson, and 20% reserve. That's why in QuickBook we required we consider this amount as a 20% required reserve. This is 10,000 additional reserve. So here it is additional reserve here is 10,000. So this total invoices figure is 53.729. So there, yeah, total invoice figure is 53.729. Okay, so this is the way how to manage the factoring invoices in QuickBook, and, and this total amount I found in bank. If I go to bank, okay, so if I search this amount, so here it is 79.2 amount is received in bank receipt side. So in PDF, the date is posted date is September 17, 2025. You see the exit date is September 18, 2025. So, so it's not very hard to maintain factoring process of Google. This is the perfect way to maintain factoring process. Also, 20% is reserved, and when the factoring company release his receipt reserve, the this bank receive this amount here, and the factoring reserve amount reduce step by step. Okay, so I think that's all today. If you can understand how to manage the factoring process in QuickBook. Okay, thank you.